What does it actually feel like to be shot? You hear a shot. Screams erupt. You drop to the ground, your heart pounding. Then you notice blood soaking through your shirt. What does it feel like to be shot? Let's explore. Movies show it as instant agony, heroes falling, clutching wounds. But is that realistic? In 2017, around 40,000 people died from gun-related incidents in the US alone. But many survived, and their stories often share similar details. Surprisingly, most survivors say they didn't feel pain at first. Some describe the impact like being hit with a pebble. Only when they saw blood did they realize they'd been shot. Why no pain? Because the brain goes into survival mode. Adrenaline floods the body, boosting heart rate, opening airways, and increasing energy output. It's the body's way of staying alive under extreme stress. What comes next? Once the brain registers injury, the body moves into damage control, and that's when the pain kicks in. The most commonly reported feeling? Burning. Survivors describe it as a never-ending bee sting, or like someone jabbing a hot iron rod into their body. Others say it feels like dozens of needles pushing deeper with every second. Interestingly, the pain isn't immediate. At first, there's pressure, then numbness. But as the shock fades, the burn spreads outward from the entry wound, a fire lighting up the nerves. The damage is worse when the bullet breaks apart inside the body, tearing muscle and tissue in multiple directions. More damage means more pain, and the brain definitely notices. Not all gunshot wounds feel the same. Soldiers who've been shot in combat often report very different sensations. They're usually hit by high-caliber rifle rounds, which cause much more damage than small civilian firearms. For them, pain comes on quickly and hard. One soldier recalled being shot in the stomach, and within seconds, it felt like being smashed repeatedly with a sledgehammer. He lost control of his body, then blacked out. But before that, he felt a warm numbness, like the body was trying to shield him from the trauma. Still, not everyone feels pain. Some survivors report no burning, no tearing, no pain at all. One man shot in the calf by a small .22 caliber bullet said he barely noticed it, likely because of the low caliber round and the non-vital location. Pain varies wildly, depending on the bullet size, location of the wound, and how a person's body reacts under stress. Shot in the head, certain death? Not always. Surprisingly, some people have survived gunshots to the skull, and at first didn't even realize they'd been shot. One man woke up with a splitting headache. His wife had accidentally shot him while he slept. At the hospital, a nurse discovered a bullet in his head. Only then did he understand. His wife ran from the hospital before she could be charged. So, what does it feel like to be shot in the head? First, an immediate, crushing headache. Survivors often describe it as the worst headache of their life. Then comes ringing in the ears, starting with a sharp ping and growing into a persistent, overpowering buzz. Some say it feels like bees swarming inside their skull. Others describe it like a bell ringing from within. This sound can last hours, days, or even weeks. It's not always painful, but it's loud, relentless, and makes it hard to focus. Getting shot isn't the worst part. According to many survivors, the real pain begins after the bullet, during recovery. Depending on where the bullet hit, surgeries can be brutal. One woman needed multiple procedures, as doctors couldn't locate the bullet. It eventually worked its way close to the skin before it was removed. Recovery takes months, and during that time, pain can be relentless. But strangely, the physical pain isn't the hardest part. Most survivors experience PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Loud noises, crowds, or even random objects can trigger intense fear and anxiety. And despite therapy, not everyone heals mentally. For many, the emotional scars last longer than the physical wounds. Living with trauma becomes their new normal, a constant battle inside. So, what does it really feel like to get shot? Every experience is different. Some feel fire, others feel nothing. It all depends on the bullet, the body, and the brain. But one thing is clear: physical pain fades. The psychological scars often remain. Recovery isn't just about healing the body. It's about rebuilding a sense of safety. If you found this fascinating, like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into survival, pain, and the human experience. See you in the next episode.